Still being processed. Yeah, it seems pretty hard because it's like right now it's like a processing. Yeah, I think it's got no problem right now. If I go here, I copy this and I insert a link which should be no problem. Yeah, I think I already finished submitting, so hopefully, finger crossed. Yeah, I got I just got something. Yeah. Yeah, I just got something sorted. Okay, doesn't really matter. Right, so let's start our stream. It will be a very short stream, I think less than 1 hour, because we're going to solve a specific problem of a writing, right? And where's my chatting tool? I think I got this custom docking stat. I believe there is like all this chatting that I can reset dock. Custom browser dock. Oh, I have to. Let's do that again. I think I can somehow get every chatting message somehow sorted and make it show a certain point. Chat, yeah, we can embed chat, which is good. I just need to embed a link, launch chat or embed a link. I can add a. Yeah, I don't need this. I just need a custom, non-customized chat. That will be fine. Okay, so very good. Channel. Let's look at here. Probably no problem. And yeah, that should sort it. Something wrong. Token. I got a token. Which is pretty weird. Why can't I see it? Yeah, I can absolutely hear the chat, but why can't I see the chat? So weird. Come on, what the heck is going on here? the funny thing is I can't get the chat, and then also I can't get embedded chat. You can get a chat link. I can't get customized chat. Which is so weird. I should be able to get every chat from every platform, and we can embed it to the stream. But it keeps saying that something got wrong, right? And I don't know why. Okay, I honestly don't know why that. And yeah, doesn't really matter. Let me just push forward, right? Things happen. Things happen in life. Yeah. So I'm going to close it since I can't get the chat out. I can only launch, and I'm going to continue to refresh it. It's ready to display message. Yeah, if there is a message here, or I'm going to see it. Right. So yeah, hopefully I can just dock it here, and yeah, let's get started. So I'm going to add a new slide, maybe completely blank new slide. This we don't need, right? Yeah. So alright, so today we are going to talk about a very, very, very important, introduction of Chinese characteristics. Not Chinese characteristic, it's just Chinese character do have these characteristics. So yeah, it's just like a tongue twister. This tongue twister got me at the very, very beginning of the video, so that's not a good sign. But you know what? It's in fact a really, really easy one, and because we can actually draw things here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I know at the very beginning I already said that you shouldn't focus too much about the writing, because the character is obviously really, really hard, but I also want to demonstrate this that it's obviously doable. So what I'm trying to do is to gradually ease it in, okay, by using the amazing functionality of drawing. Okay, so yeah, previously we said about the Chinese character that you can type using pinyin to type it. Obviously, that's one way of learning this, but also if you want to use like a traditional way of doing things, which means that you need to use the pen and then paper. Or for me, I'm also a digital artist, so I use my digital pen. What I'm going to do is to try to write it here, okay? And I'm going to just introduce some of the basic stroke of Chinese character, because Chinese character is just like a series of like horizontal, vertical dots, like all sort of stroke, and this stroke composed together, you put everything together, that's the Chinese character. Okay, and let's start learn one by one. Okay, the first one is heng, right? Heng means the literally means the horizontal, right? Heng, horizontal. And if you want to get like a more calligraphy sort of feeling, you can just add a little bit, push it here, and gradually here, and they can just if I do too much, that will become an error. But you get a feeling when you do this, you drop it down and then go all the way right, and then go a little bit like let inside, so you got this feeling of this should be wider, and then go away, and this should be wider. This is like a calligraphy of a writing this. Okay, I can use this holding and do a little bit of calligraphy but I'm not very good at it. Okay, I try to use the calligraphy to show you folks like this, but it didn't turn out really well because I'm really bad at the calligraphy. But you got that feeling. It's like going down, push it, and then horizontally, right? 横 literally means the horizontal, right? And just just use the horizontal left and right, and then you can get a 横. So that is a typical 横. Okay, 横. 横. Um, you got like a G at the end. So 横. 横 means the horizontal. That's just like a horizontal line, but a little bit starting from a lower, right? If you look here, starting from lower, and then here a little bit higher. But ironically, it represents the horizontal. So yeah, that's the horizontal. Okay, 横, horizontal. And a typical usage of 横 is like 1 or 2, 一, 二, right? So when we write 1, that's just a 横, right? That's literally means the 一, right? 平声, right? 一, that's 1. And also 二, that's 2. So 1, 2. Okay? Normally we wouldn't do something like this. We wouldn't do something like this. So normally something like this. Just a 2 horizontal. 两个横, right? If it's just 1 horizontal, that's 1, that's 一. If it's 2 horizontal, that's 二, right? 一, 二. Okay? Really, really simple. That's the first stroke that we learn in the Chinese character. 横, horizontal. And to be honest, in order to explain this, we introduce a new word called 横, right? So 横 is ironically a little bit harder than this like a 1, because you got like a tree, right? And then we got a yellow at the right. So 横. Right? So ironically, this is a little bit hard to explain this and using this to explain this, okay? But luckily we just need to learn this like a 1 stroke horizontal left, starting a little bit lower and ending a little bit higher. That's the 横. That's the 横. Remember, it's I got a little bit nasal sound, right? NG, right? HENG. So 横 second time, so go up, and that's the horizontal 横. Right? That's the first basic stroke in Chinese character. Alright, that's one step down. 横, yeah. Let me look at the chat. And by the way, if you got like any questions, you can join this by joining the chat. I will check it now and then after I finish with one session. I'll chat with you folks. So yeah, if you got any questions, you can ask. I'll try my best to answer. Right? And today I think I'm going to introduce some of the basic stroke, because I just realized that we can add the stroke, the pen functionality in my explanation, which is brilliant because let's make things so much fun, right? So let me quickly check, because I'm not sure whether the chat is like successfully showing all this chat message. So All right, that's good. Hopefully nobody asks questions, so we can continue. I still got like a half hour left, so that's good. Right. And by the way, I want to make sure that my recording is correct. So where's my recording? I think I just got video and yeah, I think it's something like this. I'm going to switch on the volume.
These characteristics, not Chinese characteristic. It's just Chinese character do have these characteristics. So yeah, it's just like a tongue twister. This tongue twister.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. Relatively good. So let's continue. Alright, so we just learned about hung, horizontal, just like one line. Things like it's obvious, right? From left to right. So what we are going to do is to learn the horizontal and vertical, right? So yeah, vertical really simple. We just need to draw vertical. So yeah, let's draw and have some fun. So let me just use this draw and have some fun. Heng, just the left and right. So shu, that's the vertical one, right? So shu is like we tend to like pause a little bit here and then going down. Okay. Normally at very start, you want to add a little bit like calligraphy, Chinese calligraphy. You want to add a little bit of force and then do that, and do a little bit back. Let's see. For example, heng is like add a little bit of force, right? Going down because it's like a brush. You're going down and then you add a little bit of force and then you go back. Okay. For shu, it's like you add a little bit of force you go down. But normally, if just writing this is fine. Okay. If you want to do a little bit calligraphy feel, you can do something like this. Okay, I'm going to draw this. This is a very bad calligraphy, but I'm going to draw this. If you use a brush to practice a little calligraphy, that's kind of feeling. Okay, so this is shu, right? So shu, sh, that's the 卷舌音, right? Shu, right? Shu. So that literally means the vertical, right? Vertical. And I think it's self-explanatory, right? Because you draw a vertical line from top to bottom, right? So heng, right? Like previously we just mentioned heng, left to right, okay? Just one line. And shu is like top to bottom, right? Top to bottom. And for this, we already can do a little bit of practice by combining the heng and shu. Heng, that's one, right? If I draw two heng, that's two, right? E R, right? R, right? So it's like falling down. E R. But if I draw a E and then I draw a shu, right? So it's like a cross, like a finger crossed. So that's a typical shi. So that's a 10. So I know it's a little bit hard, right? So that's 10. I shouldn't write this way. I should write pinyin. So that's 10. So sh. So it's a 卷舌 sh. And then I 10 going up. So 10. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Right? 10. That's a 10 for you. So that's 10. Okay, that's 10. And just think about this. Like if I'm counting, okay? I'm counting 1, 2, 3. In Chinese, it's not this. I know in American it's like 1, 2, 3, right? But in Chinese it's like 1, 2, 3. Okay, so like this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then for 10, you can do something like this, right? So it's like 10. But in English, like finger crossed, right? And of course, you can say 10, right? That literally you just like using your finger to draw a 横 and 竖, 一横一竖. That's literally a cross. That's a 10 for you. You're literally using your finger to got its 10 shape out. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 一个横一个竖 2 stroke. Stroke, just all these Chinese characters just be composed of stroke. You just get the basic stroke, 一横一竖, and then it's like a 10 for you. So it's really, really easy, I think, for now. And of course, you can use, remember we'll just learn 横 竖. So basically you can do something like this. 横 竖 横, right? That's the 弓 for you, okay? So 弓 right? 弓 for example, like 工人, okay? 工人, that's the worker, that's the hard working man. So basically 工 is like sometimes we say like 打工的, it's like a 自谦的一种说法, means that you're pretty modest about even though you may get like I don't know, investment banking or something like that, and other people say, whoa, that's a very good job, right? Doing like MAA and investment capital market, something like that. And then at this time normally you would say, oh, 就是打工的而已, 打工的, right? Because you don't want to boast. You say you just like a worker. You're just an average worker. 你只是打一份工的, right? You just become a worker. You just earn the salary. So that's a typical 工, right? Look at this, 工横竖横, right? That's the 工 for you. And yeah, work, labor, yeah, and yeah, pretty simple. So I'm going to say this. I think it's like more like a work. Okay. For example, you say 我正在工作 right? That's the 工作 right? 工作 that literally means you're at work, right? You're working right now. So 工作 工人, that's the 工作的人, right? So 工作的人 工人right? So yeah, that's the 竖, that's the vertical for you. 横竖. You can use 横竖 to write tons of character, and I think well, that's enough. Like 1 2 10 弓, right? That's a lot of new characters for you folks. Yeah, that's good. I'll finish another video now, so let me rest a little bit. 弓, yeah, we finished with the yeah, 横竖撇点捺. Yeah, we talk about 工人, right? So I think that's good opportunity to add more. Am I still live now? Oh, that's good. I'm still live. Hello. Yeah, I'm still live. That's a good sign, huh? That's a good sign. That means the internet connection is stable. Nowadays, the internet connection is not stable. Oh my gosh, it's definitely not stable. So really appreciate the stable internet connection, because the like the flickering of the internet can quickly get yeah. So 横竖, yeah. So that's 2. Okay, we already learned the 横 and 竖, right? Just horizontal and vertical. And we just write something that may catch your interest. What about this? 工人. Right? What about this? This is definitely not a horizontal or vertical, right? So let's learn more about this. And because of this one character, we're going to learn, to be honest, like 2 stroke, which is brilliant, right? Just come on, 1 character to learn 2 stroke. That's a bonus, right? That's the bonus. So we talk about 人, right? This is definitely not a horizontal or vertical, right? Let me write this better. Can I just use? Yeah, that's very good. I'm going to make this a thick one. So yeah, I'm going to use this 钢笔, because it's good for calligraphy, right? We're going to do this, and we're going to do this. I think maybe this is too much. It doesn't really matter. So when we mention this is a typical 人, right? 人, that literally means human, right? Human. But it's not be composed of stroke of horizontal or vertical. It actually be composed of 1 this plus 1 this. Okay? And I think I might as well use this. Okay? 1 this and 1 this. So, yeah, as I said, it's a bonus because we learned 2 stroke at the same time. This is called 撇. So basically, 撇, yeah, I know, 撇 is a very, very difficult character. So even a lot of Chinese don't know how to write, and we normally, unless we just start learn Chinese, we everyday conversation, we don't use this, right? 撇. So unless you're teaching someone to write this, so you can say 撇, nah, like something like that, right? So basically this, and then this 撇, right? Yeah, this should get a little bit out, sorry. Yeah, I seldom write myself unless I'm doing calligraphy. Let's do it again. This is very badly written. So yeah. Pierre. Come on, nowadays everyone's just using pinyin to type. And I'm also working as a programmer. So nowadays, to be honest, I don't even use pinyin at all. I just use my mouse. there's a lot of that model, like a computation model, that can using the trained like trained language model that can pick up whatever language that you speak and quickly transcribe it. It's brilliant. I like I dictate most of the time. Okay, I don't even type anymore. Okay, so yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that. So 撇 that literally means a falling. So basically it's starting from there and you falling down, but that's a normal falling, right? So that if you do something like this, that become a horizontal vertical, that become a 树, right? But this falling is a little bit different. You change the direction, right? You start from there, but you let you change from there, right? And you're starting from a you should get thicker at the very beginning, and then you should get not so thick at the left. You should go something like this. So this is a left. Sorry, I should left falling. Okay, left falling means it falls from the top all the way to the bottom, but it goes to the left. It's just like 撇, right? By the way, this when I think about this can actually have some usage in daily Chinese. So for example, you can say someone is the dominant hand is the left hand, okay, and we use like 左撇子. Okay, 左撇子, that literally means this is like the left, like a lefty, right? 左 z u 左, right? 左撇子, right? 子, I think it's 轻声. You don't need to emphasize that. 左撇子. There is like no 右撇子because come on, everyone's like using the right hand, but for someone who's like using the left hand, that's the 左撇子. 撇, that means that you sort of screw to a certain area, right? Screw to the left, screw to the right, just like a distribution, like screwed, right? Distribution. I know, yeah, I don't know whether you guys can see this screwed to the left and right. Let me just gently move myself a little bit away. So yeah, there's like a screwed distribution here. So 撇, right? So yeah, you got that. So basically 撇 means that screw to a certain side. So for example, 左撇, that's a screw to the left, right? 右撇, we can say that technically, but normally I wouldn't use that because that's everyone do, right? Unless you are 左撇. I am 左撇, by the way. So yeah, 撇, left falling. Okay, that's this side, left falling, starting from here all the way forming to the left. And of course, what about this side? That's the, I think you already got this. That's the right falling. Okay, that's the 那. So you do something like this, and then it's 那. Okay, and 那 is a 那. Okay, 撇 一撇 一捺 na. I get a little bit the nasal sound. 那 一撇一捺. Okay, so 那 is like right falling. Okay, as you guys already know, right falling. So literally falling, but from left, from the top all the way skewed a little bit to the right. So 一撇一捺. For now, I don't think you are going to use this at all. Okay, you are not going to see this in anywhere except when you just start learn the strokes, or you teach. For example, if your name, or if you want others to write certain things that is really hard to write, or the other people like me, yeah, don't know how to write certain things, you can teach them. Oh, this for example, seldom other people don't know how to write 人, but hey, if there is a 老外, as I said earlier, right, as a foreigner, they don't know how to write Chinese characters, and I say, hey, 人 pretty simple, 一撇 enough, left falling and right falling, okay, and then yeah, we got 人, and the interesting about 人 is that it's like 一撇一捺, it's like support each other. I think we got some of the hidden meanings of this 人, because think about this. We support each other, right? It's not just one person, but we need someone to support. You can sort of say, hey, this is like one guy here, right? But we need another guy to support, right? To support that person. Like, yeah, going something like this, right? You need that kind of support. So that's 人, right? I shouldn't capitalize it. I don't want to confuse you folks. 人. So basically, human, we need the support. We need other people. Okay, we are socialized animal. We can't do things really, really fast by doing it alone. I think from my personal experience, I work at a lot of industries. I also invest in a lot of industry. I talk to a lot of people from a lot of different industry. I'm like doing tons of projects within AI. I work as a developer. I work with AI, the latest AI all the time. I can do things really, really fast. Okay? But this is from my personal experience. As I got like half retired, I began to realize that, people and people's connections is really, really important. I began to ask myself about what's the meaning of all this. I can become really, really efficient, but what is the purpose of being efficient? Okay, that's the thing that bothered me a lot. I realized that for every efficiency that I achieved as just one single person, I save that time so I can be with my family, so I can do things I want. I can even enjoy the socializing without worrying too much about, I need to go to this dinner because I want to get some project done. I can just enjoy the company of different people. So that's the thing that I learned. Sometimes we don't need to become like most efficient folk in the room, because you can achieve a great efficiency, you can save tons of time, but that time is saved because you want socializing, you want to support other people. I sometimes even like do tons of volunteers work without asking for any of the feedback, because I think that brings me back to become human, right? Become 人, right? Because we need to support each other, right? And by the way, this gesture is like, thanks, mate. This is like a really old school gesture, like you are from a kung fu movie, right? So like, thanks, master. But if you think about it, it's like we need these kind of supports. Also, there's like a fist as well as a palm too. Yeah, basically it's an yin and yang, right? It's like defense and attack. This means that I won't attack you because I wrap my fist to show that thanks, to show respect, like respect, bro, something like that. But think about this, a lot of things are like connected. Like 人 is like support. This is like support. right? We can't just use this or use this. We need to support, and that's the experience that I get. Even with the latest technology of AI, I still think that human connection, human support is important. So that's 一撇一捺. That's human. That's 人. Okay? We need support. So, yeah, that's good, huh? Okay, so that's the 横竖撇捺. And yeah, I think that's a lot. Alright, so we learn a lot about 横竖撇捺. That's a lot. That's like the most used top 4 of the strokes in Chinese characters, and we can learn so much more. We can use it and combine this to add so much of the variations now. Okay, so for example, we can get this 人, right? 一撇一捺, right? By the way, the order do matter, right? So if, let's just imagine this is like a focus here, right? And this focus is like supporting that focus, right? So support, hand there, mate. So that's 人, right? And if you just change the order, you got like 1 撇, like down below, and 1 捺, like this. Okay, that literally means 8. Okay, so that's the 八. By the way, it should be the 八, the first tone. 八, not 八. Okay, I'm going to do a really, really flat one. 八. Okay, that literally means 8. Okay, how strange is this thing, right? 八, that's 人, but 1 is a little bit 撇, a little bit lower. The rest is higher, and then that become 8. And by the way, 八 is like this. Okay, so 1 2 3, right? 3 4 5 6 7 8, right? If you think about this, let's actually you go this way. It's kind of similar, right? Like a bar. Okay, so that's 8 for you. But you know what? Still 一撇一捺. Okay, so you know what? Except for the 人, you also learn 1 more character. That's brilliant, huh? That's just 一撇一捺, but in different. It's not like a different order, but rather different height, right? Okay, so 人 and 八, human and 8. And I'm going to add a tiny little bit difficulty here. So we talk about 横竖撇捺. We can combine this. Let me just add a little bit challenge. What about I add a little bit 横, right? So we got this 人 here, right? If I just add a 横, okay? By the way, that's not the correct order. The correct order should be 横撇捺, right? That's the 大, right? That's the big. D-A, 大. Da, right? It's like falling down. Da. And just think about this. That's literally means the big. Come on, when you watch tons of nature sort of a documentary, think about this. If the animal try to become big, they're like doing something like this, right? They're stretching the hands, the arms, the legs. Just imagine, that's 1 person for you, right? Let me just draw a little bit here. If this is like 1 person, right, 人, right? You try to be as big as you can. You stretch your arm. Say, what the heck? Yeah. What are you looking at? What are you looking at, man? Yeah. You try to stretch and try to become as big as you can. Okay? And you know what? That's literally the shape of the da, right? right? You just think about this. Come on, this is so interesting. That's da for you, right? Okay, so yeah, that's literally how you write da. 一横一撇一捺, right? Just like a man stretching the arms and legs, try to become as big as possible, right? That's a da for you. Okay? And what about I add something like at the top of this man's head? I just add another 横 on top of that da. You know what? That's 天. Okay? So let me just T E N 天. Okay? 天. That means, you know, at the top of a very big man's head, you also got like one thing. That's the sky, huh? That's the sky. So that's 天 means sky. 天上. That means even though this man is very big, at the top of that man's head, there's still something that taller. That's the sky. Sky is the limit. So you know what? If you want to write it 天, it's like 横撇捺, right? You know what? 2 horizontal stroke, 1 left falling, 1 right falling, and then you know what? That's 天 for you. Okay? You know what? You already learned tons of things, but just using the combination 1、2、10、公、人、八、大、天. Come on. Oh my gosh. That's a 1、2、10、公、人、八、大、天. Well, that's literally 8. That's 八个, right? You just learn 八个 character. That's the 八个 character. That's good, huh? That's good. And yeah. And let's learn one last one for this session. It's very, very like the na, but it's not going to stretch all the way as a right falling, but also it's kind of similar because it kind of go to the right. So that's the dot. I'm going to add a new and like this. So dots literally means, you know, the dots, just like dots. Okay, if you want a little bit calligraphy, it's like here and going back. That's the dot for you. Okay, dots. Okay, and in Chinese, this character is used a lot. We call that 点. And ironically, the 点 at the bottom of the 点, we got tons of dots, right? So we got dot, 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 dot. Oh my gosh, I got 4 dots at the 点, and that's called 点, right? So it's like 点. Ironically, you're using this 点 to explain this 点, and add the word 点, you got like a 4 dots. Okay, so that's how interesting. And by the way, 点 this character use a lot. For example, I got idea. 我有个点子, right? That means that I just got idea. Boom! It's like a dot here. Oh, I just got a dot. So we will definitely encounter this a lot. It's not like a 撇 and na, something like that. But 点 is a pretty common thing. And I know tons of you folks may think that dot is really, really similar to na, like 点 and na, really similar. So you just write this way. Sometimes you can get away with 把那写成点, but for 点, if you go to na, that's definitely too much. Okay, so a typical example is that, for example, if I say no, 不要, right? No. Here you should just go a dot. Okay, 不. It's like a very hard no. Boo. Boo. Don't do that. Boo. Okay? Boo. And at here, if you look at here, this is like a dot. Okay? This is like a dot. And here. 横撇竖点. Okay? Boo. Okay? That literally means no. It's like, come on, it's like a person here. And say, no, 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 no. No, no, no. This is like an arm here. It's like this is like the hand. It's like no, 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 no. Right? You get what I mean, right? That person here. No, 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 no. Yeah. So that's literally means boo. That's like no. Okay. And you know what? You don't want to write this way. This is a good way. This is a bad way. You don't want a na, right? This is like a typical na. You don't want that. You just want one dot at the right side, right? So boo, no. That literally boo means no. A very affirmative, a very 斩钉截铁. So like in Chinese, like you say that with all this force, just like you cutting the iron, right? 斩钉截铁. Like, no, I don't want it. Yeah. And of course, remember previously we talked about 老六, right? It's like yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or when you say someone is very good at something, 六六六六六. Remember this gesture? That's a 六 in Chinese. And if you think about this, 六, we got a lot of dot here. So dot, 横, right? 点横, 撇, but not na, but a dot. Okay, so if you look, this is dot, this is dot. So dot, horizontal, and left falling, and then a dot here. Okay. So this we can sort of get away with a little bit larger left falling, but normally I would just do a little bit like less tiny version of left falling, but still you consider left falling. But this you don't want to do something like this. Okay, you don't want to do something like this. Okay, that's just a weird. So you just want a firm 六. So 六. 六六六六, right? That means 6. And if you think about this, 六, right? 六, come on, it's a little bit similar, right? 六, right? It's just like imagine this is like an arm, right? It's like 六, right? This is the arm, this is your body, right? You're going down, so 六, 六. But normally we do this because this is like really painstakingly hard to like rotate the whole arm. So 六六六. 六六六. And remember, previously we talked about 八, right? 六, 八. Both of the two fingers, but you know, 八's like this, 六, right? Also like this. But normally we don't rotate it, okay? And that's the dot for you. That's the 点, right? So yeah, we already learned this 横竖撇点捺. That's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the original 5 strokes, very basic strokes of Chinese character. So yeah, that's a lot. Congratulations, you already finished that. Yeah, I think that's enough for today's stream. As promised, I think I streamed for 1 hour and more than 1 hour, 1 hour and 10 minutes. Sorry about the very beginning because I'm still adjusting and input something. So yeah, thanks for your time. And I tend to do a daily stream, but depending on the even though I'm half retired, I still got tons of things going. So I try to make it like a daily stream, but yeah, no promise.